Hey everyone, this is Troy Saunders.
What's up, y'all? It's your girl, Wanda T.
And this is 6 Degrees of. Hey everybody, welcome to the second episode of 6 Degrees of with me, Troy Saunders. And
hey y'all, it's your girl, Wanda T, in a place to be.
What's up, Wanda? And you know what?
Hey, Troy.
How you doing, girl? You doing good?
It's all good.
Good.
I can't call it.
And guess what? Arif had such a great time on the first episode. He asked if he can come back again. And I said, of course, please. Arif is family. So welcome, Arif.
Hey. We going real 70s right about now.
Okay, what's happening?
That's right.
We have okay. We have a special guest, but before I introduce her, it was brought to our attention that the last time we didn't say who we were, like what was our background. So quickly, I'm going to tell you about myself. I was born in Brooklyn. I went to Erasmus Hall High School with a bunch of other great people that graduated from there, like Will Downing and James D. Train Williams. And our special guest, Miss Karen Bernod, graduated from Erasmus Hall. You know, Stephanie Mills, Bernadette Stannis, Barbara Streisand, you know, Mae West, if you really want to go back, Kedar Massenberg. You know, Stacey Francis, Clive Davis, you know, and the list goes on and on and on and on. So I'm very proud that I went to Erasmus. Shout out to everybody that went to Erasmus and the people that are still going to Erasmus. Woo woo, Erasmus Hall. Give the hands up for Erasmus, y'all. So after Erasmus. Yeah. So after Erasmus, I went to the Marine Corps and we did a little time over there. And then after that, I did a little modeling, a little singing, a little acting. And that brought me to starting my own promotion company. It was called the Bass Group. And me and Daryl Hill, God rest his soul, we started that company to promote independent artists around the New York City area. And we did some great shows around New York. Russell Taylor was our host. We had like Allison Williams and Kelly Say and Trina Bashard and Rave Raverdi and the list goes, Gordon Chambers. You know, we had so many people that graced our stage. And that was truly a blessing. And that brought us to this podcast. I felt like I still need to do some more. I need to do something else. So not only am I doing this podcast called 6 Degrees of, but starting next week, the Bass Group is going to have its own podcast called the Bass Group Presents. And our first indie artist that we're going to present is Miss Tangeray Hayward. So look out for that on May 14th. To all your podcast stations. Now, I want Wanda to tell you her background. Go ahead, Wanda. Tell them what you do, girl.
What's up, family? It's your girl, Wanda T. I have been a lover of music since I probably breathed my first breath of air. I just wasn't conscious of it. But I know around the age of, I think at least 3 or 4 years old. I remember my father telling me that My Sharia More by Stevie Wonder was my song. So that was one of the earliest recollections I have of loving music. I've been a fan of live concerts my whole life. Was a member of the marching band in high school, you know, Washington, D.C., born and raised. H.C. Woodson High School, shout out. We don't have a lot of famous people like Erasmus Hall, but I did go to junior high school with Johnny Gill and Stacey Lattisaw at Sousa Junior High School here in Chocolate City. Went to college and graduate school. After graduate school, ran up to New York City because I was like, I'm living there. I've been wanting to live in New York City ever since I heard of Studio 54. Sadly, I got to New York and Studio 54 was long gone. But The city was still there. I became immersed in the culture, going out to live music clubs, or wherever I could get it, how often, however much I could get it. One of my first live shows was at SOBs to see Rochelle Farrell, and the subject of this podcast showed up at that show. But that's a story for another time.
Okay.
My foray in the music business came, via another musician that I ended up meeting at a show with the subject of this podcast, Chaka Khan. So it all, like, that common denominator seems to come around. So I ended up getting, through this person, his name is Irish Chick, great producer and songwriter and musician. I got a job with a big business manager, Bert Cadell, who was also Chaka's business manager. Again, the common denominator. Learned the game from him. When I started working for Bert in 1997, Alicia Keys and Britney Spears had just become clients. So I started off as a baby, coming through the game, watching those two artists become superstars, along with Missy Elliott and Timbaland and so many other people that were already there at the time, like Luther and Madonna. And he had, Mary J., Biggie, Puffy. I mean, Bert at one time or another had everybody. And I was glad I was there to experience that. Last 15 years, through a Bert connection, ended up as a booking agent, booking live concerts. The gig was always the seduction for me, and that's where I wanted to be. So that's what I've been doing. And I've booked people from Patty to Chaka again, to Missy, to Sting, to Diana Ross. I mean, our little company, American Talent Agency, booked a bunch of people, all over the world. Yeah, I mean, that's just my story and a little snippet of, what I've done in the music business the last 25 years. We probably be here all day, but everybody on this phone call during my 25 years, I was able to meet them. And again, the common denominator was Chaka.
Isn't that crazy?
And that's how
right.
Yeah, it is. It's true.
That's right.
That was the common denominator, from Karen being her background singer, Troy, I met at the, Hollywood Walk of Fame. Erykah is a little roundabout because I met you through our great dear friend Karen Wheeler. So
that's right.
Who I managed and ended up, the unification of Soul to Soul with Karen Wheeler and Jazzy B. I'm going to, claim that because, I helped facilitate that whole thing.
Yep.
So anyway,
you sure did.
That's me in a little bit of a nutshell, but it's about Karen right now.
Okay.
That's right.
So, Arif,
yes, sir.
Is anything that you want to say that you didn't say last week? No?
Okay, well, Arif St. Michael, born and raised in the projects of Queensbridge, QB in the house.
That's right.
What? I didn't go to. I wasn't fortunate enough to go to Erasmus because I lived in Queens, but I went to Talent Unlimited. Which was, it had an after-school program. Well, not the after-school. It was during school. It was like from 1 to 4 every day. So you either went for drama, music, dance. I went for music, so I sat there in their choral for, I think it was like a year or so until I graduated, and then went on to start performing with other people. I think I got my first gig. I was 16 professionally. Started doing demos for other artists like Ralph Tresvant, Jermaine Jackson, just a host of people, a lot of European groups. And then I started recording, working with different artists, touring with different artists. And if I'm not mistaken, I think like Karen, we both, I think, started off, we didn't start off, but we were with some of these major artists now when they were just starting and getting a buzz in their careers. Who were very prominent during that whole neo soul era. So it'd be like, Michelle and D'Angelo, Maxwell, and D'Angelo, Erykah. So that's it.
Boy, you have done a lot. I mean.
Well, wait till you hear what the guest has done, the special guest has done.
Okay.
It ain't nothing.
So what I'm going to do, Our special guest today is Miss Karen Bernod. Oh, let me put the clap.
Yes.
Yeah. That's right. But before I introduce Karen officially, I want to play a little something by Karen so you can if you didn't know anything by her, you will now. This is a little something that she did with Incognito, and we all love Incognito. It's called More of Myself. Oh my God, I just love that song. Karen's voice is so smooth and sexy. Incognito did the thing with Karen on that one. But if you recall, I remember the first time that I heard Karen's voice was when she was singing background for Erykah Badu. Matter of fact, it was on Erykah Badu's live album. Come on, Erykah, introduce Karen and let's hear a little bit of what she can do. Yes.
Yes.
Just that little clip.
Yes, sir.
Lord,
Yes.
Lord,
All
Lord.
day.
That's right. Without further ado, let's introduce you to Miss Karen Bernod.
Woo! Karen. Yeah.
Hey, girl.
Karen Bernod.
How y'all doing?
We're good. How are you doing?
Good. I'm good. I cannot complain. I'm, hanging in there day by day. No COVID, thank God.
Amen to that.
That's a blessing.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much for gracing our
you.
podcast.
Yes, Pam. Thank you. Thank you. Yes.
Yes, sis.
My pleasure. Thank you, guys.
No, thank you.
I remember that clip you just played with Erykah, and we did that at FIYAH, which is no longer there. But we did that at
FIYAH gone?
Remember the one on 50th? Yeah. Remember?
Wow.
Yeah.
That's what I'm saying. I can't believe it's gone.
Yeah.
Yeah, both of them. The one on 50th and the one on 25th. I think they're both gone. I'm not sure. But,
Wow.
Yeah, we did that there, and that was so fun. It was so fun. It was like Erykah had just came out, so everybody was just like really getting a taste of her. And that concert there, that was awesome. And when we all did our solos, they really gave us a lot of love. That was fun.
Oh, well, y'all deserve it because
Ndombi
you're
was in that too, right?
Yeah.
Was Ndombi with you in that one too?
And Ndombi was the last one who did her solo.
Okay. Yeah, that was incredible.
Well, y'all deserve it because y'all were chirping.
They sure were, weren't they?
Chirping.
Lord.
And I'm like, well, who this
That was
Karen?
really fun, yeah.
And then after that, I'm like, Karen was popping up all over the place. Every time I turned around.
Yeah.
Because you know what? I had a website
That
called,
is good.
okay? I had a website called Chaka's House. And that's how I met Mesa and
Oh.
Tony Smith, rest her show. So-called rest her
Oh,
soul.
yeah.
And
Perfect for Jamaica.
yeah. So,
Yeah.
you know,
May she rest in peace, because she passed, right?
yeah, she
Yeah,
passed
she
last
passed.
year.
Yeah, she passed.
Yeah.
And
Well, sweet sister.
I used to be on that website and we had a message board and everybody be on there just talking. I saw Mesa's name pop up. I was like, is this Mesa, Deep Waters Mesa, Incognito Mesa? Is this you? She said, yeah, baby.
There's only one Mesa.
Okay. She said, you know me? I was like, I know your music. She said, well, I'm going to be in New York. I'm going to be in New York with In the Shade. Was it In the Shade? Yeah.
In the shade.
Yeah.
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 In the
And
shade.
she said, come on down to the show. So I came on down to the show and hung out with her and we was friends ever since. Same
Okay,
thing.
so where was I? Did I know you yet? I didn't
No.
know you yet because I know I would have been with you.
This was
I wouldn't have missed that.
This was 1998. We met in
Oh, wow.
99.
Okay, I met you the next year. Okay.
Yeah, we met in 99. Another, situation. I was with the same website. I was we was in the process of getting signatures to get Chaka Khan to star in the Hollywood Walk of Fame. And
Oh, I remember that.
yeah. So I went to SOB's because Malini was singing that night. And
Because it was Sister Factory, yeah.
Yep, with Sister Factory. And it was Malini, Sandra St. Victor. And let me see, Sandra St. Victor, Malini, Bimshi. Whatever happened to Bimshi? She was on
Yes,
that.
Bimshi
wow.
was on that.
Yeah. She was on that
I
bill
remember
too.
her.
Bimshi, the last I saw Bimshi, she was living in Manhattan. I think, yeah, she was living in Manhattan with another singer, and I know he's no longer in New York, but I don't know where Bimshi is. I think she's still maybe in New York somewhere.
Okay.
But she was on that bill, and I said, you know what? I'm going down there, and I'm going to get my signatures because I know everybody in there loves Chaka. They in there because,
Yeah.
Who don't love Chaka? Who don't love her?
So I was in there,
If
and there was
anyone says they don't love her, they're from another planet.
okay.
Right.
So I was in there, and then I ran
You're
into
right about that.
okay. I ran into Wanda, and she said, "Oh, you're the guy that's doing this." I said, "Yeah, me, this guy named Bryce Nathan White, and Dia Judah, who passed away while we were doing this, and her daughter Renee took her place in helping us get Chaka a star." So that's how me and Wanda met and stuff. So it was crazy. Anyway, I got off topic. But yeah.
Oh, but I think that's important.
The common denominator.
Yeah, that's important.
Denominator is
To see
always.
the connection to how people met.
Yep.
Oh, absolutely.
So, this episode is about Chaka's uniqueness, her unique voice,
Yeah.
the way she approaches the song, the way she delivers it. It's what made so many people try to imitate her. And they try, but they can't. There's only one Chaka Khan. So I'm going to start with Karen. And I want to ask Karen, what was the first thing that you heard in Chaka's voice that made you say, oh my God, she got something different. There's something bad about her. I mean, there's so many things. How do you just pick one? But what is the one thing that you first
You're right. It's so
got your
many.
attention?
Right.
Well, the first thing, when I was young and singing to her songs in the bathroom on Saturdays when Mom had us cleaning and Mom was playing all of Chaka's music, I had a hairbrush in my right hand and probably a mop in my left. But I was in the mirror. I was just mocking her and just singing to her songs. The first thing that I noticed as a kid, because I've always had an excellent ear, the first thing I noticed was that she sounded like a horn to me. She sounded like a horn, like a horn at different times, different types of horn.
Marie says that all the time.
Yep.
She does. She is a horn. She is a horn instrument in and of itself, really.
Right.
Yep.
Every song she's ever done, whether it's low notes or high notes, she's always had that timbre where she sounds like a damn horn.
Yep.
Right.
And that's what I had noticed. I was in the mirror singing. Now this is not one necessarily indicative of her horn sound, but it's indicative of her texture and the different characters to her voice. But I was singing Sweet Thing. That was my favorite song to sing auditions, wherever, whatever. But I was singing that song. But the song where when I got older, noticed she was so horny, pardon the pun.
Oh,
she was like really horny was Clouds. And then when she got into the higher, when she started,
Oh,
don't do it, Karen.
Okay.
Okay, I'm not.
Yes.
I'm not.
Yes.
But that
Well,
I'm gonna say,
just
wait, Karen, I was gonna say, you do it. You got to give it to me because that's my song right there.
Mine
you know how I feel about
that live.
Okay.
I lost my mind.
Okay.
You lost it. Me too. And Pete, the first time I saw her do it live was at Billboard Live at Sony Studios. I guess it was.
Oh my God!
Didn't she tear that up?
It was for the bill. It was for the what is it? The bill, not the What was the name of that restaurant?
Hard Rock Live.
Hard Rock Live, and she did it. And I was up on the balcony part in the front, and she started. They started the chords at the beginning, and that just alto came in all rich, and I was screaming. I lost my everlasting mind. Everlasting love.
Imagine.
I think
can imagine.
That song is so seductive. It's so haunting. It's just so.
There's so many characters there.
It is from the first note.
The whole entire movie.
It is.
That's the whole entire
Karen, I
movie.
love that. Karen, I love that. A whole entire movie. I love it. I'm feeling that. I'm feeling that now. I'm feeling that.
Okay. I'll let you go ahead.
Go ahead.
It is.
It's an entire movie. She starts out with the beginning. She gets into the middle, which is the bridge. Then she takes it home at the end, and it's like, oh my God.
Yes.
Oh, you know
I
what?
love that analogy. It is a movie.
That means we got to just play a little Everlasting Love. Let's play a little bit of that.
Would you please?
Okay, yeah, I got it.
And
right.
I'm gonna tell you, I'm every time I hear this song, I'm transported to being a kid. And it was the summertime. I'll never forget. I was sitting in the car when it was playing. I was like, and we were in Brooklyn at the time.
Oh,
but go ahead.
Yes.
Sorry, that was the wrong song.
Arif, me and you both, because it was the summer of '77 in the projects in Washington D.C.
Yes.
WA2R playing that song at night because you ain't nobody has air conditioner, so you sitting outside on the porch listening because the quiet storm is on, and everybody outside chilling because you ain't had no air conditioner back then.
Okay. People kill me how they be complaining they ain't got no AC.
I know, right?
Everything about the music too supported where she was gonna go. It was crazy. I still can't get over it. It's just a phenomenal song. It's a work of art.
Oh my God.
It's a work of art.
Yes,
like
it is.
It's a full movie. It really is.
Well, you can tell when she sings it. You feel how she's singing it, how she feels.
Okay.
Exactly.
You know what? Listen, I told you when she did the wind, she comes to a wind just like Karen did, strings started pulling through me. That's what. And I said, even as a kid, I said, what the fuck is this? Oh, sorry.
It's a podcast. It's a podcast. So.
Hey, you know what? It is what it is.
I'm sorry.
It is what it is, Arif.
But that's reality right there. That's good stuff.
Okay. That's the passion in it.
What is this? What is this? I couldn't understand it, but I know I wanted more.
Right.
Me too.
So whatever she was delivering, whatever she was selling, I wanted more of it.
Yeah.
I know that's right.
Well, when I saw her sitting in the lips, I said, wait a minute. Who is this? Because I know I'm going to expect something from like, wow. You just don't get that image. And then you hear the voice. You're like, okay, yeah, I'm in. I'm here for this. Almost 50 years later, I'm here for this.
And to piggyback what Arthur Karen said about the horniness, Chaka always sound like a horn to me. Always.
And me too.
Yep.
The songs that I really appreciated were like "Moving on Mountain," which she really.
Oh my goodness!
I knew.
Let's do this Everlasting Love, and then we're gonna do "Moving on Mountain." How about that?
Yeah.
Okay. Because we have a plethora. We have a plethora of what we can go through.
Okay.
Hello.
Yeah.
All right. So here we
got so much stuff. It's just too much.
Exactly.
Here we go, y'all. Oh my God.
What? You hear on the back of my neck stood up, you can listen to it like this. Oh my God.
Yeah. Yeah.
So,
Yeah.
y'all, let me tell y'all, at the skating ring, that's one of our classic skating ring joints. You want to see people do their thing at the skating ring? Put Everlasting Love on.
Okay.
Really?
Yeah. Yeah.
Wow.
So when they do the slow segment, you put that on, forget about it.
Wow.
I remember when I had my first gig with Chaka, and it was in Boston, and I had just come off the road with Incognito, and Audrey Wheeler got me this gig with her, right? So she said, Chaka kept talking about it. She saw me with D'Angelo, and she was like, "Who's the bitch that took solo in the middle?" I'm gonna meet that bitch. And I was like, "Oh, that's what she called me? Yeah, girl, what's the term of endearment?" I'm like, "Oh,
yes, it is."
Okay.
I know.
Okay.
She told me that personally. I was like, "Well, okay, I haven't known that," because I'm like, "Why you calling me a bitch?" Coming from Chaka.
Okay.
Hey. But let me tell you, the first time I sang that with her, we were on stage, and I was so enamored by just the control she had with her voice and just the tones that were coming out, and just it was so effortless that I missed my background notes. So Audrey had to elbow me Like,
No, I get it.
and I'm like, my mouth was open, and I'm just looking at her
Listen.
like, oh.
Sis, I get it. I get
Okay.
it. I get it.
It was. Audrey cracked up afterwards. She was like, "No, you gotta be." I said, "I know, but it shocked her." I'm like, "Oh my god!" So when she came up,
Okay.
I was like, "Oh my god!"
Okay.
I was like, "Oh my god!" I couldn't help it.
From the first note, that first note is like crazy.
Listen,
From the first note.
listen, sis. The first time for me was in Los Angeles, and I was there with Michelle and Chaka and Shaka was there, and she joined us.
Oh, that's my girl too. Love her.
My friend was in the audience, and she said, "I know you have died and going to heaven." I said, "You are right." I was getting ready to cuss again. It was just like, I couldn't concentrate. I was just like so enamored and like, oh my god.
Yeah. And y'all,
I get it.
she was 24. That's it.
Wow.
24.
Okay.
Right.
24.
Right.
And killing
Wow.
Right.
With that God-given voice, right?
Right. 24. And think about
just like,
everything
her voice
she had
is like-
done. Think about all the stuff she had done prior to the
So wait.
After album.
So wait a minute. So when they were on Soul Train and she had that vest on, that Michael Jackson 5 vest with the fringes, I heard that she was like 16, 17 then?
No.
Is that true?
No.
Oh, okay.
No.
No, that was
What's
what?
your
She
level,
was
like
19. 19.
19. When
Yeah,
she
she's
first
19.
came on with Tell Me Something Good, well, that was 74. So she was,
21.
they made the
20.
first record in 73, and then when everything hit in 74, she was 21. But think about
Right,
everything
21,
she had done prior to the Ask Rufus record. I mean, Sweet Thing, and once you get started, and just so much. You got to love that.
Okay.
And just think about everything that was coming after 1977.
Okay.
Well, she was so ahead of her time, like a Miles Davis like,
Exactly.
So ahead of her time.
Exactly. Because nobody was
Yeah.
sounding
And
like
I
a.
thank God every day.
Okay. Like I always compare it. Like I knew before Shaka, I liked Aretha and I liked Gladys and I liked Diana Ross.
Naming all the greats.
Right. And I liked Diana. And I was like, but when Shaka came out, it was like, I know her. She's like somebody I know down the street that can really sing. Okay. She wasn't so
And
polished.
Shaka was like, she was like she was like a separate entity, not like anybody else, but her voice was so
Different.
It did so many things,
Yes.
and and you looked at her doing it, and it was like, is that coming out her mouth? And it's like,
Yeah.
oh my
Mhm.
God! And then she was fine, and then she had the body, and then she was sitting on them lips.
Okay.
That my brother
Right.
he
I
couldn't
told
get
you.
enough of that. She was
Okay.
putting on them red lips with her outfit, and she was Chaka Khan. It was like, and then she had the name Chaka Khan, so we were like,
Exactly.
What's that? Exactly.
That,
Right.
that was
Right.
that was the Black Power movement all over.
Listen,
Yeah.
listen.
You know,
And
Oh,
not to take
right.
anything away from away from the other ladies that you mentioned, but she just came out and it was like her voice embodied everything.
oh yeah. I forgot about the rest of them girls when
She was-
Shaka came out. I'm like,
But
who?
She was just,
But what-
no, but I'm talking about her predecessors. I'm talking about her predecessors, right?
Yeah.
It's
Yeah.
like she came out, it was just like a bolt of lightning just struck. And
Yeah.
the thing about that was different about her is that she embodied everything and she was sexy on top of it.
Yeah.
Exactly.
But I think that she was what it set the tone for the beginning of that decade of the 70s. Like we're coming out of all the tumult of the 60s, but the 70s was still about Black power. We
Right.
had some power about partying and being us and free. And she was all those things. It's like,
Right.
I'm just
Yeah.
going to do everything. Unbridled passion, sexiness,
Right.
with the
Right.
talent. I got the clothes. I got the personality.
I got
I'm
the body.
I got
Exactly.
the body. I'm around the way, girl, but I can sing my tail off, but I'm not
That's right.
I'm not presumptuous or egomaniacal. I'm relatable. I'm
Yes.
I'm that sister everybody can relate to, and I'm out here doing it. Like, hey,
Yeah.
you're not afraid
And but
to approach
when you
her.
hear
It's
about
like,
the work that she's done outside of the music industry, with the Black Panthers, it's just like
Exactly.
she was
Okay.
doing it.
And I didn't know that until I read her book Through the Fire, that she came up in Chicago with Ramsey Lewis and all these other, she was the fat kid. he was the fat kid on the bike, and they were talking to each other. She didn't even know who she was talking to, and da 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 da. I'm like, wow, you just never know.
The emotions.
Okay.
Yeah,
Right.
yeah. What a great backstory.
Mm-hmm.
Right.
Exactly.
Right.
That created and sorry, go ahead.
No, you go ahead.
No, I was just saying that created and sculpted who she is to this day, because I mean, you go to a Chaka show today, and she sounds just as good. I don't care what nobody says.
Right.
She's still doing her thing, and she still sounds just as good as she did then. It was like, you can't take that away.
And how many people can say that? Not too many people can say they still sound like they did 50 years ago.
Oh, wait. Not only that, but you're singing in the same key.
Hello.
Exactly.
Right. Hello.
You didn't drop the key any.
Singing in the same key. Like I was gonna say, it's like it was like destiny and fate. She was destined to be here to do and be who she is.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
Mm-hmm.
Absolutely.
Definitely.
Move me no mountain.
Oh, that's what
no
you said. You said move me no mountain. All right, let me see if I can cue that one up.
Because you hear the horns. I mean, this song, it's an album cut that, all of us, Chaka heads know and love. But that's the thing. When you get album cuts there at this degree of excellence, and this wasn't even one of the hits, it just blows your mind. I mean, Naughty was my favorite of the solo albums. If I'm gonna and you can just play it all the way through, and the hits were the hits. But when you play, Too Much Love and Move Me No Mind, it's like, oh my goodness gracious.
Those were all hard parts.
And then all the greatness of who's on there with Luther and Whitney, who nobody knew yet.
Okay.
Those legends are on that. Those legends are singing on it.
We don't have liner notes like that anymore. So these kids
we don't
have the ability or it's just not existing where they can sit back like we did and read the liner notes and learn on it.
Exactly.
So he was playing on there.
That's what I teach my daughter now. I say,
you said something very true, because listen, growing up, right, that was the thing. Even as a singer, like, you read all the lines. You knew.
I read every note.
Exactly.
Same here.
Everything.
Like, our sister B.J. Nelson, I knew her before even meeting her, because I'm like, oh, that's B.J. Nelson. I knew with her sound. I knew her sound.
Yeah, that's my girl.
So what were you telling Indigo, Troy?
Oh, I was saying I'll tell Indigo because, I started collecting albums again. I said, see, this is how you get to know all the lyrics. This is how you know who wrote all the songs. This is how you know the musicianship. This is how you know everything. Like, she said, how do you know all this stuff? I said, because I read every album.
Yeah,
I sit there and I
every one.
Exactly. And I said, wait a second.
Mm-hmm.
I knew I heard a voice that sounded familiar from another album they're on this album too.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, I hear that piano sounds like, oh yeah. And I can hear Stevie Wonder harmonica on this song. He's not even singing on it, but I can hear that harmonica. That's got to be Stevie. And I look on the album. Yep, there it is,
Right.
Yep, that's how you became familiar with musician sounds and who produced what. What producer sounded different from this kind of. Because I read it from cover to cover and knew where recording studio they recorded it at. And if I went to LA and decided to go where it was recorded, so I could feel like the vibe of that whole thing.
Exactly.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, because remember, back in them days, we didn't have no internet. TV went off.
Right.
You ain't really getting on. Right. You ain't even really getting on the telephone until you got old enough to be on the phone.
Exactly.
So, that's what you did. And when somebody brought home a new record, that was a big deal.
Major.
Sure.
Like, oh my God, you got this new album. So it's like, wow, okay, let's listen to it. And again, I was an inquisitive little kid, I guess like you guys were too, and just read it because you were interested in it,
Yes.
And
after receiving our first record or whatever, my first record that I bought was the first record that I ever bought first ever with my own money was what's the rap group? The first rap group from the Bronx. Yes,
Rappers Delight.
And I bought that home, and I put it on Good Times. So the Good Times said a hit, hot, hit it. I put that on, and my mother said, Karen, what the hell is that you playing? I'm like, And I was trying to give her the history. She didn't want to hear nothing. But the excitement for me was to sit down and read the liner notes, to see who was playing guitar, who was in the background, who produced it, who executive. I was like,
who the engineer was, who the engineer was.
Yes, all of that.
I knew who Jimmy Douglas was before I even met him. And when I finally met him, I'm like, you're Jimmy Douglas. Seriously?
Yep. Diva.
Wait a minute.
Okay.
Yeah. I mean, we all did that. We all did the same thing. I'll never forget meeting Ricky Lawson. He's a drummer, right?
Oh, wow. Yeah.
Wow.
And so I was living in California. I happened to get backstage. I don't know how. We were talking. I said, "Yeah, I remember you from your Ubiquity days with Roy Ayers." He said, "Oh yeah, cool." Then he says, "Wait a minute, how old are you?"
You're just a baby. How you know?
But that's what it was: reading the liner notes and getting.
That's right, and meeting those folks. I remember when I first met Hiram Bullock at the Shaka show at Tramp, and I remember sitting there with Ira. I was sitting there because the Brothers Johnson and Chaka, and the Brothers Johnson opened Chaka, and I remember somebody walking by, and Ira was like, "Hey, Hiram, come here." And I was like, "Is that Hiram Bullock?" He was like, "Yeah, I'll introduce you." I'm like, "Oh my God." I'm going to meet Hiram Bullock. But if you're not, I'm a musician, so I know what this dude has played on. So when you meet all these people, it's like, that's that dude that played that. I'm about to meet him. Like, that was what New York was for me, coming from D.C. and New York, and all the people I met. Like, I have Steve Ferrone's drumstick. I met him. Was it in Manny's or one of those places? I think it was Manny's.
Yep, I believe it was Manny's. Oh my God!
You taking it back?
Well, I know Manny's, but I met Steve Ferrone at the China Club, the old one.
So the old China Club up on Broadway, exactly. So
wait,
like that.
Not to get off topic. I'm sorry. I said I don't want to go off topic, but I have a question for Karen.
Yes, sir.
Okay. Do you remember Cancun?
When we were there with Chaka?
Yeah.
Yes. Oh my God, yes I do. Because I was like, not only was I excited to be there, but on the beach singing with the wind and swishes of the water blowing in my hair.
Okay.
I was singing. Yes, I remember.
Okay. God, didn't I say that last?
That's exactly what you said.
Podcast, Cancun. It was on the beach. It was
my God.
The full moon. The wind was blowing and spritzing and stuff from the ocean.
It was the shit.
Singing from the God. And she had Miss Karen Bernod with her.
Okay.
And you know what I loved about Chaka? Chaka would have her days when, depending on what the kind of crowd reacted. Because what I loved about her is she always gave us solos. And she told us in the back in her dressing room, she said, "Look," she said, "y'all bitches, y'all sing just like I sing. And just because y'all not a Chaka Khan don't mean that you can't sing. And I got you here, you got this guinea because you bitches can sing. So when I ask for you to sing and I give you a solo, sing. And I don't want to hear the same shit every night. I want you to sing a different solo every night." And I was like, "You ain't got to worry about me because I don't even remember what I did last night."
Okay.
So we have one singer, and I'm not going to mention her name, but she's not with her anymore a long time. But she was like, "Karen, why does that bitch sing the same solo every night?" I'm like, "Chaka, I do not know, but I'm trying to talk to her. She told me that she's scared to do something else." Well, tell her this. I hired her because of the tone of her voice, right? I don't want to hear the same damn solo every night. So I was like, "Okay, girl. Okay, tonight when you take your solo here in Cancun, make sure just fly off the handle. Sing about the girl in the red dress on the beach with the sandals. Just sing about something. Just throw something out there. Just don't sing what you did last night." She said, "Okay, I'm gonna try." And she sang the same solo she sang the night before. And Chaka turned around. She looked at me, and she's like, I looked at her, and I just looked at her with like big doe eyes, and I just started singing. She didn't ask me to sing nothing. I just, I didn't know what to do. I just started singing, and it was so. Afterwards we cracked up about even the girl who sang the same solo. We cracked up about it because she was nervous, and she because I knew you were nervous. I know. But you can't sit to Chaka and sing the same shit every night. You can't do that. You got to improvise. Think about somebody. Think about
Karen, can I tell you about that night too? Backstage, Karen Bernod was running things. She got the background vocals. You go, okay, let's do this part. Can you give me more chest? Can you do this? I was like, go ahead, Karen.
When think about Karen, Chaka let us know.
Think about how generous that is, though, because I don't know. I mean, some singers, the lead vocalist they won't let you go crazy. They don't want you to. They won't. Chaka's so generous. Like, be you. I wonder, because she doesn't see as competition.
There's no competition.
Like, no. We're all
for that.
Yeah.
I love
you know what?
Mm-hmm. Like, do your thing. I don't care. I want to see you do your best.
Yeah, that's how she was.
Outside of being generous, that's the true camaraderie of a musician, and also too, she's not insecure. She's
not at all.
She knows what she can do.
Exactly. And she's not threatened by anyone doing anything different or whatever. Nope. She's like, look, I know what God gave me. I want you to shine.
Exactly.
And she used to let us shine all the time in all the different countries. And, when I first got with her, I was actually taken aback because I've been with other artists that are a little insecure. And they're like, okay, I'm going to let you sing a solo, but if you get too much applause, your ass is, I don't know.
Yeah. That's right. No.
Shaka's
and that's more often than not.
Okay.
Having given this business, I can say that. It's more that the fact that generosity typically is not there. That's why I brought out the fact that she's so generous. She's so generous.
Karen, do you remember Summer Stage?
Yeah, for Central Park.
Okay. Do you remember what Chaka said about you? She had just given you a solo and you went off. And she said, damn, sometimes you forget what you got.
No, I don't remember that. No.
Yeah.
No.
Is that the show when you open up, when you were singing with Melanie? It was.
Yeah.
Well, since we bring that up with Melanie, Karen, I remember when she opened for you here at Blues Alley here in DC. Dynamite show, and
that was so fun.
Brilliant show. Just Lord have mercy. People went crazy, just some singing in there. But what you did, you covered Chaka's "Somebody's Watching You" from the Rufus album. So can you play a little bit of that? Because that's an album cut, another great song by her that people don't know. And Karen, let me tell you, she slayed.
We didn't even get to move you no mountain. Movie No Mountain.
Okay.
So which one you want to hear?
Okay, since we segued into Somebody's Watching You, since the star of our show today is Karen, play a little bit of that, and then go into Movie No Mountain, because we are talking about Chaka's vocal styling. So
exactly.
Okay, that sounds good to me. All right, everybody, here go a little bit of Somebody's Watching You.
You're now aware of your situation. You've wasted time with contemplation. Instead of trying to be so cool, my friend, understand this way you'll never will. They say it's darkest just before the dawn. Get discouraged if it takes too long. Common sense will tell you right from wrong. My advice is that you carry on. Don't get me wrong, there's more to life than gold. There are fortunes here that can't be bought or sold. Uncut diamonds lie within your soul. You can't count your cash 6 feet under, stiff and cold. God is watching. God is watching you. God is watching. Yes, I know it's true. God is watching. God is watching you. God is watching. Sawyer, 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 Sawyer. Somebody's watching. Somebody's watching you. Somebody's watching. Yes, I know it's true. Somebody's watching. Somebody's watching you. Somebody's watching. Sawyer. Somebody's watching. Somebody's watching you. Somebody's watching. Yes, I know it's true. Somebody's watching. Somebody's watching you. Somebody's watching. Sawyer.
All right now.
I remember. Got it?
Got it.
Okay.
Good.
Hey, everybody. That was Somebody's Watching You. It took forever for us to find it, but we got it. Now, Arif, what was that question you asked Karen earlier that we missed out on?
Oh, I remember. I was asking her, how does she feel about being a part of the initial or the pioneering of artists like Erykah, D'Angelo, because she sang with them, Mary. Like, what did that feel like? Because I know I started with Michelle, and it was the same thing. It's like you were with them from the beginning, and then you see their rise to stardom, how they started growing and getting bigger and bigger. But you were a part of that. Like, how did you feel about that?
Yeah, I felt very blessed when I looked in retrospect and see how God has blessed my path to be with these artists at the time at the height of their careers where, you know, creativity or whatever happened. I felt very blessed. I feel very blessed to have been with them at that time, you know, Erykah, D'Angelo, Mary, you know.
Because what I was going to say is that, what I learned to understand is that we're all on assignment. So part of your assignment was to be with those artists and be a part of, you were just a part of that, and you helped that. You helped them in that place, you know, of in their rise to stardom. You know, you were a part of that. So that's great.
Now, earlier you asked for a Movie No Mountain.
Yes, sir.
Let's see if I can cue up a little Movie No Mountain.
Because we were talking about soccer corniness, no pun intended.
Right.
Oh yeah,
As
please.
Karen would say.
Well, right now I'm gonna play a little Movie No Mountain. How about that?
All right.
Sounds good to
All
me.
right.
I'm here for it.
All right.
Right, me too.
Hit it.
Me three.
Okay. Oh my
Was
goodness.
that not some horns? It's like horns blasting off.
Oh my goodness.
Horns blasting off.
Wanda, how old did you say she was? That one about
When
That's
she was
1980.
27 for that one. 1980,
Wow.
she was 27.
Yeah.
She was 27.
Isn't that
You heard those
insane?
horns up there? She got a trumpet. I heard a little French horn. I heard a couple
Yeah.
of horns up there.
Okay.
Yes.
Oh, say you do. And then she jumped down.
Just crazy. Yeah, and just love me,
shaking the mic.
baby. Just say you love me. I mean, just so deep in that alto. Right.
Go ahead, Karen.
Yeah.
And she goes from the deep alto to the all the way blasting off.
I know.
It's insane.
It is insane.
It's scary. It's
I can't even talk.
to
I'm
be
just sitting there
able to do
laughing.
that.
Listen, I told you, I said to her, I said, you're not human.
She's not.
I said,
Nope.
there's no
And
way
you know
you're
what
human.
the funny thing is? The funny thing is, y'all, she probably did all that in the booth with a cigarette.
Okay.
Right, right.
That's the other scary thing.
Listen, I'm
Okay.
telling you, one time in Japan, she was
You
singing.
might be right about that.
She inhaled a cigarette and she exhaled on one of these crazy notes. And all you see is smoke and you hear the note. I'm just like, he is not human.
Exactly.
How do you get the note around that smoke? How do you do that?
Exactly.
And not choke.
And not just, but still today, 50 years later, sounding the same. That's the thing.
know.
That's what she's not human. She's an anomaly. I mean, it's just, that doesn't
Exactly.
happen.
Ooh.
She's a godsend. She really is.
Yeah.
She is.
Okay.
She is. She is.
Another song that we talk about all the time that's that was off that Living Single soundtrack, Pain. Oh my goodness. Karen, you ever heard that song?
Well, we were just talking about that, Troy, when you were queuing up the song.
Oh,
Reek was just saying, I was like, just to hear her, I mean, if you want to throw that on, but Pain is just insane.
oh you
Pain
know,
it
is
is.
just like,
you know I am. Let me find Pain.
I
Yeah,
just want
these
you to
are
know
tunes.
that I want you to know that I'm having a fabulous time, and this is like I feel like we're all in each other's living rooms and stuff, and just
Yeah.
chilling and doing this.
Yes.
This is so
Yeah.
awesome.
This is
Yeah.
how like I said, it's not an interview.
how
This
it's
is a
supposed to be.
conversation. This is a conversation.
yeah, we're conversation. And that's what Troy, birthed this idea from, the fact that we would have these kind of conversations with like-minded folks like, you
Yeah,
and Reed.
yeah.
And that's, so, and when we feature other artists on 6 Degrees of, it's the same thing. It's conversations about these people who we learn from, we admire, they've been a part of our lives, our entire life,
Yeah.
Okay, so
Karen,
it's a
I
celebration.
Karen, I started. Yeah.
I said it's a
I was
celebration.
going to Karen, I started.
Go ahead, Aretha.
I would say I started writing a song called Chronology, the Chronologist, and that's what I feel that we are.
Wow,
We're the
yeah.
chronologists because we're in school of chronology.
Yeah.
true. It's true.
Yep.
We are chronologists.
And
I agree.
we were in school. We were in school and didn't even know we were in school, but we were voluntary students. We were in
Right.
school. We didn't even know. We didn't even
Okay.
know
Right.
how much we were learning.
For
We just,
real.
like,
For real.
And you know the funny
sponges,
thing
we
about it,
absorbed it.
like we were talking about earlier about sitting down and listening to albums and reading the lyrics. And I remember if Chaka was doing something, she said, all right, Dizzy Gillespie is playing the horn on this song, and Dizzy Gillespie was on Stevie Wonder's song. Let me find out what Dizzy Gillespie is all about. Unlike unlike some of these kids nowadays, they don't want to reach back. They said that they just write that off as being old. I was going back to Fats Waller and Betsy Smith
and anybody my heroes listen to, my musical heroes listen to, I'm gonna go listen to it. Because if you as bad as you are, if you're talking about them and they influenced you and you love them, I need to go hear them.
Why not?
Yeah.
Why not?
That's right.
And even if I did,
when I did, I'm like,
and even if I didn't, like if I heard it before and I'm not too crazy about them, I'm going to give them a second listen. I'm going to listen with new ears. Yeah. If Chaka or Stevie or if anybody that I'm influenced by say there's something there, I said, well, I must be missing something. So let me listen to it again.
People, we are laying the foundation tonight for the Book of Khan.
Okay.
I love it.
All right, I'm gonna go and play this little pain right here.
Okay, I'm gonna say a little bit before it comes on.
No, don't say nothing. Because then I'm gonna miss my cue. So
no.
Hold that thought. Okay. Okay.
Sometimes we go so well together, and other times we go apart. How come you find a way to make it better when there's this pain so deep in my heart? Never been a bit of roses. Our personalities always clash. We're all about tears and touch and temperamental poses. Your kisses say love and less. I don't know I'm in you. Never wrong with you.
Yes.
I know, right? I know, right?
Yes.
I know, right?
What?
Yes, exactly. Karen, killing them.
Okay.
Blasting, all them trumpet notes coming out of nowhere.
Hello.
And I know when she recorded it, Prince was probably like, oh my God, I mean, when I first heard that, I was like, Lord have mercy.
Okay.
How come this woman needs to be as big as Barbara Streisand? No way the world should not know who this woman is with that talent. You listen to that. You listen to that, like, what can't she do? She is truly every woman.
Okay.
That's 1940 speakeasy right there. 1940 speakeasy. Pain.
Mm-hmm.
I never heard that.
You never heard that? Oh my goodness.
No.
And the fact that you never heard it, Karen, she's transporting you back to a speakeasy in 1940.
Oh my
You're
God.
in a club in New York listening to her, and all the cats is like, wow. All the people, the band, the musicians on the stage, everybody's watching her. She's, scatting and can't you see?
I mean,
Aren't
she
you transported?
took you to so many places in that record. Okay.
Yeah.
So many places.
I feel like that on that album. What is it? Night at the Savoy.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Don't go to strangers.
Yeah. She takes you on different journeys on that as well.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
But I've never heard that. I want to hear that. I'm gonna look for that. I gotta hear that again. It's called Pain.
Yes, you got it.
It's called Pain.
It's called
I
Pain.
gotta get that.
Yeah.
I'm like, oh my God. Right. I'm like, sing, Chaka.
I thought, I'm so happy that, Karen's you're a hell of a singer. The fact that we can introduce you to a new song you never heard of. And,
thank you. Y'all know your shit. That's why.
Well, you know what, Karen? Wait until you, episode number 5 or something like that? Wait until you do we're going to do the rare cuts and B-sides and collaborations. Okay. So we really going to put on some stuff that nobody's ever heard before.
I can't wait. I can't wait.
Right.
So that's just a little
now I'm going to
taste.
share my little story.
Oh, go ahead, Arif.
Okay, Arif, go ahead.
So when I was out on the road, Wawa Watson was playing with us, and he actually played me this tune years before it came out. And it was supposed to be on her album, but for whatever reason, it got shelved. And I was like, wow, why would they shelve this?
Okay. But there's a whole bunch of songs that got shelved. That was supposed to be the Dare You to Love Me album, right?
Right. And so it got rebirthed with the Living Single soundtrack.
Yeah.
So that's
allegedly. That's allegedly because I heard it way before that soundtrack came out.
See, I only heard it then, and when I heard it, I was like, "How in the world is that? This not as well known as it should be?" Because she just blew my head back. Okay. I'm like, "Good Lord, Hammer."
Cameron,
there's notes coming from nowhere, effortless. No exercise, breathing.
Did you hear all those songs? Did you hear all those songs from that album, Karen? From Dare You to Love Me?
Do you know that record? Karen?
Dare You to Love Me.
I dare you to love me and take back the love. Yeah, so many on there.
Oh my God, yeah, take that.
That album, though.
Say that again, Karen?
Which was the biggest hit on that album?
No, it never came out.
It never came out.
Well, I don't know. I may not have heard all of your name.
So what happened is Warner Brothers said they didn't like the album. All right, so what I was saying, so Warner Brothers didn't like the album, so they put out tracks on different soundtracks instead of the whole album as one piece. So that's why you have Pain on one, You and I Are One, Power.
Oh, I love that one.
Power, yeah. I mean, sadly, because, when new regimes come into record companies, and Chaka had been to Warner Brothers, since 1978. So you have new regimes coming in who don't really know the artist. So they're making these decisions based on what they might hear on the radio, what their children might like. And if you don't know your act and know their fan base and know what they like, you going by, uninformed decisions. And
Exactly.
a lot of record execs, in my opinion, couldn't hear a train coming. But and how many careers maybe were ended or never got started from some record exec.
So many.
Got power.
And it's not doing your due diligence, right? You coming in, you should let me find out about this person. If I don't know who they are, let me find out who they are. Let me find out who their fan base.
But they didn't even go that far. Some of them did.
Right, they won't because they're God.
Well,
exactly.
That's why I wound up Chaka leaving Warner Brothers, and they came out with their best stuff. That's when Epiphany came out, and those extra songs were on there were supposed to be part of that album. Those bonus tracks were supposed to be part of the album that they didn't like.
Right, exactly.
Yeah.
And they didn't like it, and it's like if you had the older music execs who were musicians, a lot of them, or people who were music aficionados like us, because Ahmet Ertegun, he was a music aficionado. He wasn't a musician, but he loved the music.
Yeah,
Lynn just loved the music. He had an ear. Exactly. Clive is not a musician, but he has an ear. Some people have an ear for it, and you have a love for it, and then some folks get in it and just like a moneymaker.
Yeah,
it's just about money.
Right.
Yeah.
But that's a whole other show.
Yeah, that is right.
And I'm here for it.
Yeah.
So we talked about Chaka's horns. We talked about the nasal. We talked about the backgrounds, and what else? The lows. So many artists have.
You know what we could talk about? So Chaka had that Chicago Midwest. Audrey taught me this. Audrey Wheeler. Chaka had when I first got with them, she was like, "Okay, Karen, when we sing behind her, she likes us to imitate her enunciations and her pronunciation. So if she says to the fire, we can't be going to the fire. We gotta pronounce it just like her. So I was like, I don't know how I was doing it, but I was like, to the fire. To the limit, to the wall. And Audrey was like, no. She has that Midwest thing. You have to repeat it back like her. And I remember we were at a rehearsal and I did I sang something and I didn't put her little curly cues that she had on. She was like, hold up, wait a minute. Okay, you sing yours. And she had each one of us sing. And so Lisa sang hers, Audrey sang hers, and I got to me. It's like, okay, you got that Brooklyn accent. You got to take that out. I was like, okay. How I'm supposed to sing it? And she sang it, and then I repeated it back like her. There you go. Now all three of y'all sing it together. And we all sang it together. She said, there you go now. Come on in, man. And I was like, I love it.
That is that thing. That is that thing, because I always say, Chaka never do, she's not one for the pronunciations on the T's and D's and that. She always slide into it, at the end. It's not.
Yeah, but her R's.
Yeah.
Some R's.
Right.
Yeah. And that's what Audrey told me. Audrey was like, Karen, you got to give it.
Yeah.
And I was like, okay.
Because she'll slide in, or she'll stank it up.
Exactly.
Right.
Put some stank on the end of it.
Or like when she sings Through the Fire, she says, with the heart. Yeah.
Yes.
How does she say? Heart. And I was like, okay, that's Chaka. That's a Chakaism right there. It's funny, when I saw her do it on the, the last one that came out, Homecoming, she didn't do it. I was like, Chaka didn't do her R that way. I wonder why. I don't know. So, but anyway, it was still great.
The ism.
Yeah, right. Those Chaka isms. Yeah, exactly. And it's only one. Never imitated, duplicated. It's only one of her.
Nope.
That is very true.
Well, you know
what?
Maybe
trying.
Okay. So let me
tell you something. Her chocolate, y'all would be bowed down to.
The chocolate?
The chocolates. Y'all some bad.
Yeah. You talking about them background singers. Well, Chaka only had the best background singers. Only the best.
Yeah.
And then they go on.
I got to say this too. I was going to say, when Karen starts doing her little shimmy, with the thing behind Chaka, I love it.
I was trying to imitate what she was doing.
Okay.
But you look at the list, y'all are a stellar group from what you've done prior to being with her, and then afterwards as a solo artist, as a background singer with the other caliber of artists that you've sung for. Please, that Chaka background singing list is stellar.
Stella.
Yeah.
You know.
She had some really, really great singers back there. Yeah.
Okay.
You included.
Way before me. I mean, like, you know, way before me. I'm like, I was honored to be when I came, but she in the 80s and the 90s, you know, she had other singers. I'm like Penny Ford and
Lisa Fisher and
Vesta, Brenda White King,
Melissa Morgan,
Christopher, Melissa Moore. I mean, please.
Yeah.
You can just go on and on.
She had the cream of the crop.
Cindy Mizell.
And she had you too.
Yeah.
You arrived.
Okay.
Yeah, and God is good.
All the time.
God is good. Yes, and I was very happy for that arrivation.
I think back to the interview that I think it was VH1 or MTV or maybe even BET. They were interviewing Sissy Houston, and she said, you know, they asked her, you know, what Whitney liked growing up as a teenager, blah blah. I said, well, every time I went past her room, she loved Chaka. That's what her Chaka. That was her girl. What she listened to was Chaka. So, for all the young people who know Whitney and love her, I want them to know that Whitney Houston, this is who she listened to. This is who she loved. And you don't, the idea that you don't know how bad Chaka is, when you hear all these singers say
Whitney,
that. The fact that she's not, you know, Whitney, Mary, Luther, Erykah, all of them, they pay tribute. And the fact that she's not in the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame is a tragedy. That's a travesty. That she's still not in there. I'm like, well, when I saw the list of people that she's nominated with now, and that's not in there, the fact that Tina Turner ain't in there and Dionne Warwick's not in there, and Carole King,
I don't know,
they're not in there.
Who besides that? I mean,
I don't know.
Who besides that? Because it bugs me out. It bugs me out when I see the people that are not there. I'm like, who the hell is deciding this?
Okay,
right.
Well, you know, I don't. When I used to work at Sony, it was very interesting because even before the Grammys, like, the executives would vote and they would pass the ballot through the office, and everybody voted the way the vice president voted. So, if the vice president, if you're looking at the gospel category, and he's looking at the names, and you see, for the best album of the year, it might have been Karen Clark Sheard and this one, and Shirley Caesar's name. Well, they're familiar with Shirley Caesar, so they voted for Shirley Caesar, and then everybody voted the same way. You know,
that's so unfair
because if you don't know, then maybe you shouldn't be voting.
Exactly.
But then if you don't know, then that's not the right position for you to be in, because you should be well versed on everybody.
That's right.
Right.
That's right. But
So the fact that those four,
when it comes to us, they're not well versed.
Oh, not at all.
Crazy.
But they can't be well versed
I'm
on a Carole King. A Carole King is not in there, or a Dionne, who was popular not just amongst black people but white people too. Dionne Warwick was very much a pop artist.
Right,
and Tina Turner and Tina Turner is the queen of rock and roll. How is Tina Turner?
Okay, she should have been the first person in there.
And I'm like, are you kidding me? And I'm like, Chaka has influenced every singer in the last 20th century. Is she? I mean, those four women alone. I mean, Carole King. Just think about the songs she's written for folks. And she there. I couldn't believe it.
They did a play about her. She got to play on Broadway. Come on.
Okay.
Like,
yeah, I mean, come on.
I'm like, Carole King ain't in here, and this person is here. Are you kidding me? But, you know, hey, that's it.
Now, I know Chaka would hate this, but can you imagine a play on her?
Yes, I could.
Yes, I could.
Yeah. Well, matter of fact, she's talking about, I've heard her talking about that she wants to, she's in the middle of writing a movie or something. You know, biopic.
Oh, well, that would be great too.
Yeah.
I could see that.
Okay.
That would be great too.
And I could see her, yeah, definitely.
Lady had me cracking up when she played her, though.
Oh, yeah. The Nick Howard thing, yeah.
That was good, yeah.
That was good.
You get Karen talking about what she learned from Chaka about like how to like when she was talking about singing high and stuff like that, how she learned how to place?
No, I didn't get
You
that.
get that?
I think that got cut off.
Yeah,
that
that
got cut off.
Oh,
Okay.
so let's repeat
That
that.
might be important.
Yeah.
No, that is important. So, Karen, can you elaborate on that point?
Yeah, I was basically saying that, Chaka has so many different characters to her voice. I remember singing background behind her and learning how to place my voice by listening to her, thinking, well, I don't think I could go that high. And then after a while, Audrey's like, okay, Karen, well, I got a cold today. So we used to switch parts. And, Lisa sang top, Audrey sang middle, and sometimes I would sing bottom, or Audrey and I would switch. And this particular time, and this is how I learned my learning after her, I was like, Chaka was singing, and I would listen to how she would just play something. It was so effortless. She would just go from like, to, and I'm like, and it would be effortless. And I'm like, I can't do that. And then one day, we were singing, and Chaka was singing something, and she turned around and she looked at us, and I was like, and I did my little thing, and her eyebrows went up, mine went up too, and I was like, what's that about my mouth? And I was like, hey.
Okay.
So I started using that in my solo career. I was like, oh my God, I didn't even know I had that range.
I love it.
I love it.
Okay.
Yeah. But Chaka used to always say, Karen, when I did my solo, she was like, your notes, you just place your notes so perfectly. And I kind of thought that was like she was like an insult or whatever. And then she came to me later. She was like, no, bitch, what I was saying to you was that your ear, you have such a great ear that you place your notes like an instrument. I said, well, so do you. You place your notes like a horse. She said, hello. And I was like, oh, thank you.
I love it. I love it.
Oh my God, this
This
has
is
been
so
such a
good.
good. In spite of all the technical difficulties, this has been a great conversation today.
Well, Murphy got to bring his law up in here a few times.
Yeah, absolutely.
Come on now, come on. He gonna stop no shit though.
Okay, sure not.
Well, you know what, Joy? We should let Karen, pick the last song. What do you want to hear?
By Chaka. Let's go to okay. How about Clouds?
Okay.
Yep.
We can do a little Clouds.
You can pick any song, right?
Okay.
That's always one to get you out your seat right there. Woo. Another pen by Ashford and Simpson.
Right, Ashford and
That's
Simpson
right,
wrote
Nick and
that too.
Ashford.
Oh my God! I love them. They write everything. Oh my God!
Okay.
Yep. Yep.
That's why they're who they are, man. Because
Yep.
wow.
Yep.
And that's Whitney and
Yeah. Yeah.
Yes.
that's Whitney singing background on that, isn't it? Isn't Whitney on Clouds?
I believe she's singing on
so.
Clouds. I
Yeah.
believe
Yeah, I think
Wow.
Yeah.
So you
I know she's singing "Our Love Is in Danger," right?
Yeah, she's in Our Love Is in Danger
you
too.
can hear. But I'm about to pull it out because we don't want to give no misinformation. But I'm pulling out the Naughty album right now so we can cross check. I'm pretty sure, but
because I know she's on
one.
Love Is in Danger, and Luther is also on with Papillon.
Luther's on Papillon, but I'm pulling it
one
out.
of my favorites too, Black Butterfly.
Yep.
Yeah. Kids, this is what we do. We pull out the references. So,
okay.
Mama got a CD, and we bringing out the credits and see on Clouds, written by Nicholas Ashford and Valerie Simpson, and the people playing. Let's see.
Okay, background vocals is Whitney
Houston.
That's what I thought.
Houston.
Oh wow!
Yeah,
my brother Mark Stevens.
Mark Stevens.
Oh, Mark! I love his voice.
Charlotte Crossley and Chaka herself.
Yeah, yeah.
I love Mark's voice.
And since we bigging up the folks, we give some love to the musicians as always. Leon Pendarvis on piano, Anthony Jackson on bass, of course. Anthony Jackson, Hamish Stewart and Jeff Marinoff on guitar. Hamish Stewart of the Average White Band, Hiram Bullock, lovingly talked about meeting earlier in the podcast on guitar, Arthur Jenkins on percussion. My man, the great Steve Ferroni, also the Average White Band on drums.
Okay.
Produced by Aretha Martin.
Okay, so now that Wanda gave that intro, let's play a little Clouds.
I love it. Baby, baby, please don't go. Ooh. Ooh.
Uh-oh.
Dang.
Different shapes and sizes, hide the horizon. In the distance, coming to change my plans. All my dreams will melt like sand. The moment that you say goodbye, gonna rush right to the sky.
Yeah. Let the church say amen. Let the church say amen.
Amen.
Woo.
Amen.
Oh, Lord.
Yes, Lord. Yes, Lord.
That's
Yes,
a,
Lord.
that was a church service right there.
Okay, you
What?
clapping your
That's all
hands
church
and everything.
And then
Wait,
Stomping your feet.
when they got to the end,
Wait.
and then woo!
Okay.
Right.
Okay.
That's the
I love
angels.
that part.
Wait.
That's them angels and
Come on.
the modulation.
Go ahead, Wanda.
I don't know if she's doing that or the person in the studio. But it's like, Lord have mercy, this woman.
No, she was an engineer's wet dream, child.
Okay.
Yes.
I know they
All
used to
from
be in there
Book of
like,
Khan.
what?
Can you imagine that session? Can you imagine if I was in that section? I wouldn't be able to contain myself. Like you said,
Me
I
you
either.
probably
on
would
Okay.
okay. on myself.
Me too.
you in there singing like, oh my God, I can't take this.
Okay.
I probably would have slapped her. When she came out the booth, I'd have slapped her real hard.
And wait. If memory serves me, was the session live too?
Yeah, oh
Back
my
in them-
God. And
back
right
in
back
them
in the
days,
It
it
probably
might-
was.
Yes.
Right. Back in them
Yeah.
days, it
And
probably
then they
was.
had the 2-inch tape with the slaves with
Right.
the master.
Right.
Can you imagine
Those
Whitney?
words are
What was
those
Whitney
words are
about?
intentional, by the way.
What was Whitney about? 14 years old.
Hmm?
No. In 1980, I was 13, so she was 16.
Right.
16.
Whitney's 16 year
Oh,
old
they came out
sitting
in
up in there.
1980?
No, 17, because she's 4 years older than 63. But
Yeah,
she was
17, you're right.
She was 17. And because that record was
Wow.
1980.
Yep, 1980.
So she was 17. So can you imagine little young Whitney in there learning, just like you said we were learning,
Okay.
and listening to this and be like, this helper, oh my, listen to that.
Yes.
So when you
yes.
hear Whitney, because Whitney can holler now.
Okay.
Oh, yeah. Oh,
So
yeah.
you like, wow, this is what some hollering is. Look, she's doing the ink key. She's in here killing us. We having church. I mean, I
Okay.
wasn't able to contain myself because
Okay.
that's church.
That is
For
church.
real.
That is church.
Again, from the Book of Khan.
Okay.
Hello. Book of Khan, Volume 1.
Let's open our books up to the Book of Khan.
Right, exactly. Yeah, we done ended it with church. I love it. We done ended
Yeah.
it with
Thank
church.
you for that, Karen.
Karen, thank you.
Thank you.
Oh, you
thank
are
you.
most
Thank you.
welcome. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you.
Oh no, please. The pleasure is all ours.
I'm all uplifted, child. I'm on a cloud myself right now.
I'm trying to
My
find.
face hurts. I'm smiling.
I know.
Right, I
Right?
know, right?
I think we want to end with a little Karen. Let's.
Yeah.
Okay, yes.
Yeah.
This is about you.
Since we already moving and grooving, should we put a little truth is out there?
Go on if you want to. Go on.
What do you think, Karen? Yeah, I think we're gonna.
It's up to you, boo.
So we gonna say bye to the folks and let them vibe out on Karen, or we gonna wait till after we hear. What we gonna do? What we gonna do, Mr. Producer?
I guess we can say goodbye to the folks right now. Wanda, you start off.
What we gonna do with it? This is always a pleasure for me, a fellowship. Y'all, Erykah, Troy, y'all know how much I love you. Y'all are my brothers. I can't even. It would take me a year to go into how much I love y'all. Probably years. Karen, I've always loved and respected you as the first time I ever saw you with Erykah.
Thank you.
So, and you be singing. So when you started singing with Shaw, I was like, of course. How can she not? And then you on your own as a solo artist. So sis, thank you. Thank you for doing this with us. It has been an absolute pleasure.
My pleasure too.
Okay.
And hey, you need me again, just let me know, holla, and I'm there.
Erykah, what's your parting words, my brother?
My parting words is that I love you guys dearly. I love the fellowship as we delved into the Book of Khan this evening, and with our illustrious guest, the Karen, the one and only Karen Bernod.
Thank you.
Thank you. And I wanted to say that Karen's always been a sweetheart. Always fantastic, and she's just a force to be reckoned with. I'm serious. So
thank you
so
guys. Love you too. Love you all.
I'm trying to remember the first time I met Karen. I think I was at what's that? Irving Plaza and Incognito was playing there. And I was backstage with Mesa.
Yep.
That's the first time I met you.
Yep. Wow.
He said, I went to
That's
Erasmus.
the last concert my daddy was at before he passed in 2000.
Oh, man.
Irving Plaza.
I was there with you, wasn't I?
It was
Yeah,
2000.
we were there
Yep.
because Mesa was pregnant.
Yep.
Mesa was pregnant.
That was a beautiful night.
Yep. That sure was.
Yeah,
because a lot of y'all
pregnant.
came out.
Oh,
a lot of y'all came out that I hadn't seen in a long time, and I saw y'all all grinning in the audience and stuff, looking at me, and I was so proud.
Yep,
I was like, wow, look at my people.
Yeah, I was cheesing real hard. That was a fantastic night.
Yes, it was.
Yeah, that was fun. That was really fun.
Oh.
And that Incognito band was off the chain.
Okay.
I want to say something else on another party note. Karen, I don't know if you guys have noticed, Karen will always, whatever's going on, she's going to give you a song about it on Facebook. So when it came to voting, when it came to everything, Karen's on it. And I'm like, how did she come up with this so quickly? You know?
Thank you. You're right about that. I will make up a song, won't I? About something.
Yes, you will.
It's in me.
So
It's innate. Thank
always
you.
Always put a smile on me, too. So thank you.
Thank you. Thank you, babe. Thanks for acknowledging.
Okay.
No, not a problem. Please.
I just want to say thank you to everybody. Thank you, Karen. Thank you, Erykah.
Yes, thank you.
Thank you,
My pleasure.
Wanda.
Thank you.
Thank you,
Thank you, Wanda. Thank you, Erykah.
I
Thank
feel
you,
like
Karen.
Thank you, Karen.
Thank you, Joy.
No.
Thank you, John Boy.
Okay. I feel like I didn't have enough time to talk today because I was so busy messing with this soundboard.
You know what? It happened.
You know?
Yeah, exactly.
But you know.
The fun was still had by all.
Yes.
Yeah.
Exactly.
And I love you all. And
love you more.
we're going to end this.
Thank you for this fellowship.
Oh, please. It couldn't
Okay,
be possible
before you
without
put this
you all.
song on, I just want to say this before you put that song on, okay?
Mm-hmm.
Now, this ain't mine, but I'm so glad we had this time together just to have a laugh or sing a song. Seems we just got started, and before you know it, comes the time we have to say so long.
So long.
So long, baby.
I love it. I love it. I love it. Shout out to Karen Bernod, if y'all, just for the youngsters that don't know.
That's
Wait,
right.
you gotta check your earlobe.
Oh, I checked my ear when I did it. I checked my earlobe. I did my
Without
earlobe.
any further ado,
All right.
here's Karen Bernod's Truth Is. This is her latest single. Go get it, y'all. Enjoy and have a good day, a good night, a good afternoon. It all depends on whenever you're listening. But thank you for listening. Peace.